Rousey taking on Gina Carano. That, I'm not going to lie, that caught me. That was not on my bingo card. With Gina Carano doing what she's doing in Hollywood, you know, she's been away from the sport since...
I lost my...
Oh, your ears? Oh, no.
Have you got any?
Go ahead, Michael. You asked him the question, Michael. Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, on the farm, man. We're limited here on the farm, you know what I mean?
No, we get it. So one question I had, the Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano. Now, this fight, there's a lot of, you either love it or you hate it. I've seen a lot online, but I think as a UFC fighter, it's very, very interesting because you always want options, right? And now Netflix is getting into the MMA game. What do you think about Netflix pushing a fight? They've only done boxing so far, and it's been huge numbers. So what do you think about Netflix getting into MMA?
Anything for the sport, to grow the sport. Anything to grow the sport. Having Netflix and them doing things like that, if they're able to do, if it is going to be a massive fight or a massive card that everyone's interested in, they get a lot of people in there. Oh, what's going on? You back?
Yeah, I was looking at my phone. Don't worry about it. Go on, keep going.
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on.
So I was checking my phone. Go on. Go ahead about Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano on Netflix. Go ahead, brother.
Like I said, like anything to grow the sport, right? So you can. That's just going to grow the sport, which I think is going to be great. And on Netflix, more viewers and all that, like 100%. Like, and if people are hyping that and really are going to go watch it, cool. That's good, big for the sport. That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I ain't UFC. You know, like they're business wise, they might hate it. But if we're going to also get, because it seems like our boxing promoters doing that. Was that like Jake Paul on that?
Jake Paul and Nikisa, yeah, MVP Promotions.
Yeah, I mean, like if you start, because of everything that's happened, obviously you've got UFC doing the Zuffa boxing now, and then are the boxers going to start being like, oh, well, we're going to dabble in MMA and start doing that? Or I'm looking at that but going, all right, you're just growing the sport anyway. I mean, like, now you're getting your boxers to watch more of MMA, sweet. Like, the more hype, the more noise, all good. Let it happen. Because again, it's not my business, so I just hope the sport grows. And I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see how long they're going to stay in that limelight, because obviously that's a big fight. You know, like I was saying before, Gina Carano, she hasn't fought. I think the last time I saw her fight is when she fought Christina Cyborg, and that was a long time ago, and she lost that fight, right? So, and then you have Ronda Rousey. Last time she fought, she lost that fight too. So you have two fighters coming back into mixed martial arts that are both on losses, but they still have a big personality, big following. And I kind of chuckled where it's like, this is probably going to be the biggest women's mixed martial arts fight. And it doesn't involve Amanda Nunes, who's the GOAT of MMA and women's MMA, and Kayla Harrison, right? It's almost like Jake Paul has never won all the accolades that some of these boxers has, but he has the biggest viewership, where somebody who's run so many undefeated boxer, just beautiful boxer, will never get that opportunity to be on a platform because they don't have a platform to begin with, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I'll be curious to see if they're going to get more athletes. All the athletes are locked up, right? They're either in the UFC, one championship, or PFL. So, I heard Francis, he's got maybe another fight left in his contract with PFL. John Jones, he's not doing anything. Tom Aspinall, he's locked up. So I think with Netflix coming into this space, you're starting to see a lot more athletes get locked up, or hopefully a lot more athletes get the opportunity to fight. Because I know I met a guy in Canada, he's undefeated, flyweight, can't get signed. My buddy Bilal Hassan, undefeated, flyweight, can't get signed. These are all flyweights, but hopefully they get an opportunity to fight on a promotion like Netflix.
And then again, Netflix, so they go there and they get fights and all that. That's just gonna, like you're really spreading. You get MMA or like Paramount, and you're going to get them on Netflix, and then all that sort of stuff. It's really going to grow the sport. So hopefully they can get more bigger names, and then. You know what I mean? And if they can get fights like that happening, even if they are sort of, I wouldn't say a gimmick, they're obviously fighters, they just haven't fought for a while.
Yeah, of course.
But still, if they're going to do that sort of stuff, or even if they do gimmick fights and all that, I still think that's just going to grow the sport. And then that might make people, even though it's like, you get more eyes to it, but then they might appreciate the best going at it as well, right?
Yep, absolutely. Okay, well, Volk, Thank you so much for all your time.